So you're looking to buy a house in Manhattan, Kansas, but you have no idea what style of house you even want. Well, that's perfect, because today in this video, I'm gonna cover the 6 styles of homes in Manhattan, Kansas, and what you can kind of expect. What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. K-State grad, turned contractor, turned real estate agent and investor. As always, thank you so much for watching this channel. I really do appreciate it. And again, today's gonna be a good one. We're gonna dive into the 6 different styles of homes of what you can kind of expect when you do get here to Manhattan. And if you wait till the end, I'll give you a little bonus. First one on our list is going to be probably one of the most common style of homes in this town, and that's going to be the ranch style home. This is a typical 3-bed, 2-bath on the top floor, and maybe even a 3-bed, 1-bath on the top floor with a full basement. Again, it can be a ranch with on a slab, or it can be ranch with a basement. This is typically, you have maybe 1-2 stairs up into the house, and or it's ground level when you walk right in. This is the one that you see that's just the rectangle front, not much to it. It is a great house. I do love those. I have owned them, and I do own them, and I do enjoy selling them as well. It is a very good, solid little home. So first on our list is the ranch style home. Solid choice. Definitely not much to it. If you're like me, I like something that looks a little bit different. So let's keep going into the list. Second on our list is going to be a colonial. This is a typical where you see a symmetrical look with a door in the middle, right? So maybe you've got a dormer here and a dormer here, and then you have that door in the middle. It has a beautiful facade on it. It's definitely something that I would recommend. Let's be real, I'm gonna recommend any of these houses because they're all just neat. But getting into those, your entrance is gonna be evenly spaced windows. You're gonna have typically 2 or 3 stories high. Like, it's going to be a really beautiful little 4 square is typically what you will also see it called. But it's a 2-story house. It's got, 4 windows and 4 windows, and it's just right there in the middle. I've sold a couple of these, and having that second story is a wonderful space, and then typically you'll have a basement in it as well. But it's just a really neat, really classic looking home. We don't see those as much here in Manhattan, but there are some of our older homes that do still have that colonials, and they've been very well taken care of typically because they're still in the older neighborhood, but we're one of those pocket neighborhoods that they really, people really take care of their homes. Third one on our list is going to be a Victorian style home. And these are the ones that you typically will see the turrets, you'll see the detailed work in the woodwork, you'll see all kinds of things with the steep gabled roofs, you'll see the decorative trim. Like, it's just something that is really neat to look at. And when you go inside, it's ones where you see the detailed banisters, the detailed woodwork inside, the columns, all that stuff. Just the really old, and that's when you hear it called the old Victorians. Like, they're really neat, really older homes. You don't see those as often anymore. Definitely no new builds that way. But again, these are one of those, same as the colonial, that they are taken care of. The houses typically are taken care of, and if they haven't been, they've usually been turned into a rental or cut up. So make sure before you get into something that it is not a converted home or anything like that. But these Victorian style homes are typically beautifully done, and as long as they've been well maintained and well taken care of, this can be a really, really neat home to own. If you're enjoying these videos, please go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like because it does help us grow the channel. Now on to the rest of the list. Fourth one on our list is going to be a Craftsman style home. Craftsman, a bungalow, anything along those lines, that's kind of what you're looking at with those. These are homes that are, they're not, I'm not gonna say basic in the fact of today's basic, but they're basic in the simple fact that you have your front porch with a covered porch, you walk into it, it's got a nice bedroom, bathroom count on one side, and then you've got the living room, dining room that goes into it, with the kitchen typically being in the back. These bungalow homes can be really, really neat homes. We've actually remodeled a couple here in town, and they're actually really, really beautiful homes when you get to it. So, and if you take care of it, and if you either update it and or take care of it, this can be a simple one to remodel. When I say simple, I use that term lightly. Because what happens is you're going to typically, bungalows in this town anyway, are older homes, so you got to pay attention to the wiring, the plumbing, and all the interior stuff, and especially lath and plaster, so be careful of that. But you can get into these, and they can actually be these beautiful homes when you're said and done with it. And again, Craftsman bungalow styles, They're really good. And again, a lot of them here, unfortunately, a lot of them have been turned into rentals, so you got to pay attention to that as well. But fourth one on our list is a Craftsman bungalow. Fifth one on our list is going to be a bi-level. There are a lot of bi-levels. You can get the ones typically, they started being built here in this town about 70s, 80s-ish. And a bi-level is when you walk in and you gotta go up or down, right? You gotta choose, are we going up or down? And when you get up top, it's the same on most of them. When you get up top, on one side, you've got the living room, dining room, kitchen, and then over here, you've got the 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. That is a typical, traditional bi-level. You go down to the basement, sometimes you'll have a big open space, or you'll have a bedroom and a living room down there as well, typically where your laundry is. It sits over top of your garage. The bedrooms sit over top of your garage. So that is very common in this town, and is very common in the older ones, and there's a lot of new builds going up that are being built that way up in the Colbert Hills area. So you gotta pay attention to those too. But again, not a bad house. I'm a little nostalgic, I guess, for it because I grew up in a bi-level home and I enjoyed it, right? Like we had a blast growing up there. So I'm a little nostalgic. I think most people are one side hates it, one side loves it. There's no in between. I guess I might be the in between because I don't mind it. Like I think it'd be fun to live in a bi-level, but I'm also not clamoring to get into one either. So sixth one on our list is the mid-century modern. These are the ones that you typically see with the gravel tar roofs, the Frank Lloyd Wright style houses. These are awesome. I have sold a couple of these and been in a couple. Oh my gosh, these are amazing homes. I love the mid-century modern, but if you can't tell, like I like the different style homes. I don't want to see the same house built 20 times on one block. I want to see my house, and I want it to be different than everything. I want it to stand out on the block. I want it to be a really neat one. But mid-century modern, these are style homes that are characterized by the clean lines, the minimal ornamentation, and large windows to bring the outside into the house. It really is just a beautiful style of home. And I could show you, if you ever here and you're looking at stuff, we have those and they're awesome. They're so amazing houses, especially if they've been taken care of and turned and updated. Like there's a lot of, and there's so much history, right? So much history in these houses. Love them. Bonus tip or bonus house for you is going to be a 1.5 stories. Okay, this is 1.5 stories. Obviously 2 stories, that's a pretty simple one. We kind of hit that one, but a 1.5 stories is just what it sounds like. You walk in, like for my house, I have a big peak, right? I have a big peak on my house. I have 2 bedrooms. I have my 2 bedrooms with the bathroom up on that top floor, but that's it, right? It's maybe 900 square feet up top. Maybe that's probably pushing it too. But tall ceilings, tall stuff there. And then you come down to the main level and I've got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, dining room, kitchen, living room, like probably 1,500 square feet on that main level, then with a basement, right? And it's a complete full basement. So there's a lot of different style of homes. And again, depending on what you like, if you like that, the new builds and that where there's 20 of them on one block, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are some really beautiful houses too, depending on what you get into, right? So there's a lot of those there. There's a lot of the older ones like the State Streets. I love the State Streets because every other house is different, but that's my style. So I enjoy getting into a house and making it different, right? And making sure it's different. The other thing is too, if you've watched any of my stuff, you know I like to, it's very uncommon if I don't go in and tear down walls and do all that stuff. Yep, I did that to my wife when she was 8 months pregnant. That's a fun one, so I'll tell you that story later. As always, again guys, I do appreciate you watching these videos. If you do have any questions about these type of houses or anything in this area, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, or reach out to me. My number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. And again, if you are interested in our buyer's guide or our seller's guide, put your email in the comments below and I'd love to send that off to you. So as always, if you need anything or if you have questions about buying, selling, investing, or anything real estate related, please reach out. I'm here to help. I want to get you taken care of. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Go and hit that subscribe button, go and hit that little bell, and give us that like because it does help us grow the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.